up pretty much. Actually, the two downwinds and an upwind section of the course between the marks 2 and 3 have resulted in this current setup where Sailing Poland, led by Bove Becking, is leading. They have actually used, same as a childhood boat, they use their A4 sails, a special downwind asymmetric spinnaker, while AMBERSAIL has used their Code 0 for the downwind sections, and the asymmetrical spinnaker allowed the latter two boats, the Sailing Poland and Childhood, sail a little bit deeper downwind, which resulted in this that Sailing Poland was able to overtake AMBERSAIL during the first downwind section, and then control the race ever since. And Childhood 1 was able to almost catch AMBERSAIL, and there's a pretty heated duel right now. AMBERSAIL, after the mark which we see just in front of the boats, AMBERSAIL will have a slight advantage, because there's going to be a little bit higher upwind course, and therefore they should be able to maintain this very tiny lead over Childhood 1. As they are entering the 3 boat length zone in a moment, as AMBERSAIL will have to actually give turning room, give mark room, or allow Childhood 1 to turn the mark properly. They are not able to push them out, as from what I've seen from the last shot, they were overlapped, so-called overlapped. But right now they will be bearing up a little bit towards the finish line, and they will start maintaining their tiny lead. And hats off for Bove Becking, who taught another lesson to his younger colleagues. With the first opportunity opening up, he took the first opportunity which opened up to use his potential to the max. Yeah, we see the onboard camera from AMBERSAIL 2, and just right behind them, yeah, we can see that AMBERSAIL was able to speed up a little bit and run away from Childhood 1, where as we can see, Childhood 1 with their big A4 spinnaker, they're not able to maintain that tight reach, and they are bearing off a little bit comparing to AMBERSAIL 2. Still, as we see, the conditions are very silky. There's around about 10 maybe 12 knots of wind, and yeah, we see Childhood 1 bearing off a little bit downwind. Yeah, and finally taking down their A4 and changing to the Code 0 most probably, which is more appropriate sail for this course. Yeah, here we can see the sail plan of AMBERSAIL with Code 0 and staysail. 2 head sails. yeah, so we have the procession to the finish like this, that sailing Poland, the gray icon there is leading comfortably the fleet, the procession to the finish. Second is AMBERSAIL 2, followed by Childhood 1, who quite successfully recovered from the bad Code Zero unroll during the start, and they were able to overtake the Austrians somewhere down the course. And the Austrian sailing project is bringing the keys for the race course this time. Yeah, again we are still on board AMBERSAIL 2. Yeah, something was wrong with the trackers of both Childhood 1 and the Austrian sailing project. We're apparently stuck somewhere, so we don't have the data. But now we can see the Childhood 1 just behind AMBERSAIL, and a little bit further in the distance. When you look at the screen, to the left-hand side of the helmsman of AMBERSAIL 2, we can see the shadow of Austrian sailing project. So you can imagine this was barely the 3-hour race, the 30 miles, and already the distance between the boats is quite substantial. You can imagine what would happen if we have been racing for a week or a couple of weeks crossing the ocean. These small details matter, make a very big difference. And actually the ocean racing in the oceans, the ocean racing is therefore very demanding on the teams and on the crew and the stamina, because you have to keep pushing yourself very much all the time. Usually it is very seldom that you can see your competitors in the naked eye. You can only see them sometimes maybe in the AIS or the radar screen. Sometimes you only just get the data from and we will. So you kind of end up racing with yourself. And I get the news from the producing team that the OBR on the AMBERSAIL 2 will try to interview the skipper Rokas Milevičius for his view on this race and what happened here. So yeah, and as you see, the mood on board is still nice, still good. So that's also important. Konrad Coleman is calling the shots on navigation. Demante, our young lady, she's trimming the mainsail. So these two, Demante and Raimondas, they are working together as two pieces of gearbox, because if she doesn't ease the mainsail, usually there's no much you can do with the steering wheel. So the mainsail trimmer and the helmsman, they work as two hands of one body. And the rest of the guys on the even sail, on the even course, There's nothing much to do. They can catch their breath and keep the boat balanced. Use their body weight to the benefit. So I hear that we are into making the interview with the skipper of AMBERSAIL 2.
Kas vyksta, tai gal po finišo, dabar gal biškai ne tas. Priekinių paklausiu.
Laivas eina, tai kaip kietas galėtum pasakyti, kaip čia, kokia situacija. Mes dabar, dabar yra laivas, tai persijungiam į mano kamerą ir papasakoju.
Nu gerai.
Vai palauk, pasiklausiu, kada pasiruošęs projektas. Ar Trumpas pasiruošęs duokit man signalą, kada mes laivą? Alio. Gerai, Rokai, papasakok, kas dabar vyksta distancijoje, kur mes esam ir kaip sekasi.
Mes esam Baltijos jūroj, finišo tiesiojoje į finišą. Prieki mūsų stovi brabanderis, kur finišuosim. Šiuo metu plaukiam antri, už nugaros mūsų yra Team Childhood Olandų komanda ir Austrų komanda, visi. O prieki mūsų mes šį kartą nusileidom Lenkams. Iš esmės labai gera diena. Padarėm porą klaidų, žinom, kodėl Lenkai pirmi. Tiesiog distancija taip supuolė, kad mes neturim tokios burės, kokią turi jie ir jie mus aplenkė. Bet didžiąją laiko dalį plaukiam pirmi, startą laimėjom. Bravo Raimundui už tobulą vairavimą. Ta prasme, tikrai įdomi ir pasisekus diena.
Ačiū.
Nėra už ką.
Yeah. So basically, Rokas Milevičius just confirmed what I said, that the reason they are, first of all, this is good. They are very positive and they say that it is a good result, and they lost to Sailing Poland for the solely one reason, where they apparently they don't have the A4 because it was ordered but not arrived yet. So the logistics failed a little bit, and the logistics can influence the race result as well, apparently. So the new A4 didn't arrive until the start of the race, so they were not able. They were basically disabled a little bit, and in these conditions, that was more than enough. We can see the distance Sailing Poland put among themselves and the chasing AMBERSAIL 2. Yeah, here we can see the sailing instruments. The top figure 10.2 was the boat speed. Ja, tegul palaiko jisai jos biškį toliau priartina vos, galiu pakomentuoti. Yeah. So in these sailing instruments, helmsman and all the crew, we can see the data, the boat speed and wind angles, the bearing and course over ground and so on and so forth. So basically we have lots of information, including also the loads on different parts of the boat, on the rigging, the loads on the rigging, the keel cans and so on and so on. So this is a pretty sophisticated piece of equipment actually, with lots of carbon and fancy raw materials. Nonetheless, Sailing Poland has already crossed the finish line. As we see, they don't have their big the big Code Zero sail on already. So congratulations to Team Sailing Poland with their first win and 4 points in the Ocean Race Europe Prologue. And second to finish and gain 3 points is AMBERSAIL 2. They're just approaching the finishing line, which is they finish the loop around the race course, and the finish line will be between this two-masted schooner Brabander and the buoy in the water to the leeward, to the left-hand side of AMBERSAIL. Yeah, we can see a yellow dot there in a distance. Yes, if you see the white barrels on shore, so to the left-hand side of them is just a yellow marker. So that's the finish line among this two-masted boat and the yellow marker in the water. And AMBERSAIL 2 is pretty quickly approaching it, and 3, 2, 1, crossing the finishing line of this first Klaipėda coastal race of the Ocean Race Europe Prologue. As we see, the mood on board is fine. Quite many smiles, and everyone is pretty happy. And the weather has improved as well. Nicely, sun's shining, and we can see the sandy beaches of Klaipėda. Hopefully your next cruising destination, which is a gateway to a very nice area here, and which the city is very interested in improving the infrastructure and boosting the recreational and sailing projects, as well as the regattas. It is a fantastic sailing venue and the regatta venue. Yes, the next boat to approach the finish line, we can see the Brunel Code 0. This is actually the childhood one boat is a former Team Brunel boat in the last 2 editions of the Volvo Ocean Race. And yeah, all the boats taking part in here. Sailing Poland is a former MAPFRE. AMBERSAIL 2 is a former SCA boat. Childhood 1, as I mentioned, is Brunel, and the Austrian Ocean Racing Challenge, Ocean Racing Project boat is a former Vestas boat. So all the good old rivals, and these 4 boats make exactly half of the worldwide Volvo Ocean 65 fleet. There are eight of these boats built for the, as mentioned before, for the last 2 editions of the Volvo Ocean Race. And this was a great project, as the boats are one design, and the equalized. This was an equalized playground. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Childhood 1 is crossing. Is taking the last remaining podium position for this Klaipėda coastal race of the Ocean Race Europe Prologue, the first race to happen. Ironically, we gain from this COVID-19 situation here, and we are very happy that this kind of event was able to happen at all. And this gives us some hope that the normal life and normal days will be back. Yes, and we are waiting for the Austrian team to cross the finish line and finish today's fun on the water. And kelinta valanda? And tomorrow we have the Pro-Am day here in Klaipėda, where the teams will host, every race team will host the amateur teams to race among each other on these race boats in the racing conditions. And day after tomorrow, Sunday, we have Sunday 10:30 UTC or 12:30 local time, 11:30 European time, Central European time. We will come back here live for the start of the first offshore leg of this the Ocean Race Europe Prologue, and we start the first leg from Klaipėda to Gdynia in Poland, and that's 100 nautical miles, a little bit more than 110 nautical miles sprint through the eastern Baltic. Yeah, the boats are heading to the shore for the teams to climb the podium and get their first prizes for some time. You know, it's been some time since anywhere in the world a proper regatta was held. So and we finished this today's broadcast. Thank you for being with us, and follow us on the Volvo Ocean Race Europe and AMBERSAIL 2 websites, and you'll find more information about the teams and happenings here. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.